Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift turned Buffalo into their personal playground last night, storming a high-end steakhouse hours before the Chiefs-Bills showdown, and making every other couple in the room look like they were on a bad first date. The power duo rolled in around 8 p.m., Kelce in his signature white bucket hat and a red and black plaid shirt that screamed, "I'm here to win," on the field and off it, while Swift owned the entrance in a sleek brown midi dress that hugged every curve, her high ponytail swinging like she was about to drop a surprise single. Hand in hand, they bulldozed through the crowd of gawking fans, flashing smirks that said, "Yeah, we know you're staring, deal with it." The restaurant, some swanky joint dripping in amber lights and velvet booths, was already buzzing, but the second these two walked in, the energy spiked like a fourth-quarter comeback. They claimed a corner table shielded by a half-wall of wine bottles, the kind of spot where you can whisper sweet nothings without the entire internet live tweeting it. A source who was close enough to smell Kelce cologne spilled the tea. Travis was locked in on Taylor the whole night. Every laugh, every touch, it was like the rest of the room didn't exist. He kept leaning in, hand on her knee under the table, making sure her glass was never empty. Dude's a Pro Bowl tight end, but right then he was playing offense for her heart. Witnesses say the couple demolished a spread of filet mignon, truffle fries, and enough red wine to float a yacht. Swift, fresh off slaying stadiums worldwide, was in rare form, animated, tossing her head back with those megawatt laughs that could power Highmark Stadium. Kelce, meanwhile, was pure swagger, cracking jokes that had their small crew, Chiefs teammates and a couple of Swifts inner circle, howling. One insider overheard him bragging, "Bills fans can bring the heat, but I've got the hottest date in the NFL." Bold? Absolutely. But when you're dating the biggest pop star on the planet, you back it up. Post-dinner, the night didn't fizzle. Paparazzi snagged shots of the pair sliding into a private lounge for round two, Swift now in a burgundy leather skirt and cropped sweater that screamed, "I'm off duty," but still iconic. Kelce swapped the hat for a backward cap, arms slung possessively around her shoulders as they posed with friends. Red cocktails glowed on the table like trophies, and the vibe was less celeb sighting, and more your coolest friends, just invited you to the afterparty. An onlooker dished, they were feeding each other dessert, literally. Travis smeared chocolate on her nose, and she wiped it off with his shirt. Zero shame. It was disgusting and adorable. This wasn't just a date, it was a flex. With the Chiefs rolling into enemy territory for a primetime clash, Kelce could have been locked in film sessions, or icing his knees. Instead, he's out here romancing the woman who sells out continents, sending a crystal clear message, pressure doesn't faze him. Swift, who's been jet-setting from Singapore to Sydney, rerouted her entire schedule to plant herself in Orchard Park. That's not support, that's a power play. She's his secret weapon, and his hers. While Bill's Mafia sharpens their tailgate spears, Kelce got a Grammy-winning hype woman in his corner. Fans online are losing their minds, flooding X with grainy iPhone pics, and conspiracy threads about whether Swift's wearing Kelce's Super Bowl ring on a chain. One viral post nailed it. Taylor flew private to Buffalo in November. That's not a girlfriend, that's a ride or die. Another user quipped, Josh Allen's shaking in his cleats, and it's not because of Mahomes. The internet split, half swooning, half seething, but nobody's neutral. This couple doesn't do subtle, they do seismic. Kickoffs at 4:25 p.m. today, and you better believe Swift will be in a suite, screaming louder than the drumline. Kelce already promised fireworks, and after last night's display, we know he delivers. Buffalo's about to get torched, on the scoreboard and in the headlines. The Chiefs might leave with AW, but Travis and Taylor. They are walking away with the whole damn spotlight.